So as we come back into the room, we listen to these good jams. I appreciate this music. You know, helps the day move, helps the session move. There's nothing like moving your body, getting some fresh air, get some snacks, get some of that soda, water. Just gonna give folks a little bit of time to make it to their seats, and then we will start the next portion of the day. This is the last session of the day. I really appreciate the time that you've spent with us today. Really, really appreciate it. Can we bring the music down? Thank you. All right, everybody, welcome back. Thank you for hanging in with us. This is our last session of the day for the Compassionate Classroom. It is my pleasure, my honor, my joy to bring up my sister friend, the amazing Lacresha Berry, educator, curriculum specialist, theater artist, just an all-around amazing human being. Without further ado, Lacresha Berry. Give her some energy, people. Give her some energy.
Energy! What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Y'all good? Okay, I'm gonna get y'all on your feet in a second. Okay, so before we get started, this is why I haven't been in a theater in a long time. I used to do this on my own. This is awkward. Anyway, I just do it like this. I'm short, it's fine. All right, so hello. This is the last session of the day. All right, so just like shake it all out, shake it all out. Y'all got your coffee, y'all got your water, y'all got things. Okay, cool, because you know, you gotta push through the last hour. I know how that goes, like the last hour of the day when you're with those kids who are like a mess, but they know they're about to go home in like 30 minutes or 40 minutes, and it's like, and they get on your nerves, but you still gotta do your thing. That's where we are. But it's still gonna be good. Okay, it's still gonna be good. All right, cool. So this is the Compassionate Classroom, social emotional learning via arts integration. So I'm an arts educator and, right? Where do I do this? Okay, yeah. Okay, great. Hold on, let me go back. I feel really special. I never have this. I have to go like this all the time. So anyway, like I said, and so then I have to do it all the time. So this is a Compassionate Classroom, social emotional learning via arts education. My name is Lacresha Berry. This is in collaboration with Photoville. Like Corinne said, I am an artist. I've done a lot of theater work in New York City. I've been teaching in New York City for the past 20 years. Let me go to my little, hey, look at me. Hey, that's nice. It's me. I'm a teaching artist, writer, performer. I go by Berry, but Lacresha Berry if you want to look me up, because I'll be on the internet. I do all kinds of things. As of late, I have written, if you're familiar with Candace Elo's work, I did their curriculum guide for teachers for their young adult novel called Everybody Looking. I've done a couple of curriculum writing things there. I've done Tubman for the past 7 years, which is my one-woman show. I'll be rapping sometimes, I'll be singing sometimes, I'll be teaching kids sometimes, I'll be writing books sometimes. I'm working on a book, so we're doing all the things. So everything kid related, everything young adult related. I've taught all the grades. Have any questions? I got the answers. Well, most of them. I don't know about all of them. There's a lot of some of them. Some of them. Okay. All right. So before we get started, let me go about the agenda. So I'll talk about who I am. So that's a check. We're going to do a game called Rhyme Off, and I need some volunteers. So I'm going to ask y'all to come up in a second. Then we're going to do the visual lyrics lesson from the Photoville archive, so that then you know how to. I'm going to do a little remix on it. Put my own little flavor on it, my own little sauce, my own little sazon on the thing. And then we'll check in. We'll check in about that. Then we'll do a Q&A time. And at the very end, because I love music and I'm a musician, we're going to do a one-word cipher. Okay? Any questions about the day? Raise your hand if you are an elementary school educator, middle school, high school. A lot of high school in the building. Okay, this is going to apply to everybody. Okay, great. We are going to play a game called, I can't go back. Okay, we're going to play a game called, I'm going to get it together right here. Yeah, right there. We're going to play a game called Rhyme Off. And you know what? I'm not going to use this mic because I feel like it's holding me back. So I'm just gonna I don't know what y'all gonna do with that. But I feel better doing this. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, great. The theater training paid off, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I need 2 volunteers, and don't worry, I'm gonna call me. So I need 2 volunteers. Two, yes, come on. I always say to my students, don't worry, I'm gonna call you even if you don't volunteer. And 1 more. Okay, let's go. All right. Okay, cool. It is bright. It is bright. Welcome to the stage. Okay, cool. So I don't know if I don't see y'all have that really good playlist, but I need like some trap music. So I'm gonna play some trap. Okay. I'm gonna play like a trap instrumental. Okay. So I don't know how this works, but I can't live rest that chair, can I? No, I can't do that. I'm learning all the ropes now. Great, thank you. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna play an instrumental. Actually, no, we're not playing instrumentals. That's 1 more second. Don't worry about the trap music. We'll do trap music at the end. Okay, so face each other. Okay, great. So I'm gonna give you a series of words that have to do with what we're gonna be learning today, photos, whatever. And then I'll ask some educating vocabulary words that you use in your classrooms dealing with art, education, or anything like that. And we're gonna see if they can rhyme the words. So I'm gonna give you 1 word. I'm gonna give you 1 word. You cannot repeat that word. Okay, you can't pause for more than 5 seconds. Okay? And you have to make sure that you're loud so you can be heard. Also, in this game, you can't have a homonym. And what that means is if it sounds the same but spelled different, you can't say it. So like my student said, but I said R-I-G-H-T. But you said R-I-T-E. We're not doing it. You say it once, that's it. That's all, that's it, okay? So I'll give you a word, and if you get the feeling to go first, and you'll just bounce back and forth. Thank you so much. See, this is what you do. This is why you do your job. Because I wasn't thinking about it. Appreciate it. Tag team back again. Okay, so you're gonna face each other, and I'm gonna give you a word that's like, related to what we're like learning today. And then you just go back and forth until you run out of words, and then the last person standing will remain the champion, and we get a new person to go against the champion.
Oh, so it's like a revolving.
It's like a revolving rhyme off.
Okay.
And I use this in all my classrooms in no matter what vocabulary that we use. So if it's photography, if it's painting, if it's art making in some kind of form or fashion, vocabulary that the kids might know or that you're going to be teaching them is how I use this game. Okay? All right. So since we are in this center, the word is art. A-R-T. Go.
Start. You said start?
She said start.
Okay, Bart.
Cart.
Fart.
Artworks.
Dart. Dart.
You said dart?
Dart.
Cart? Did anyone say that?
I said
Okay. You said cart.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. Okay, all right. Can we get 1 more volunteer? You're the winner. What's your name? Allison. Allison is round 1's winner. Who's up? Who's ready to go against the champion? The next one. Don't worry, I'm gonna call on you. Okay, come on. Come on, Reese. Okay. Allison's pretty sharp. So just let's get it together. All right. So we're in this room together sharing space. So the word is space. S-P-A-C-E. Go. Space.
Place.
Face.
Race.
Oh, you was right there.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Trace.
Lace.
Chase.
Oh. Yeah. Mace.
Great.
Okay. Sit on down, friend. Okay, 1 more. So that's how that works. Also, I'll say too that there were some near rhymes as well. So if it's a near rhyme, since I teach poetry, I say if you do a near rhyme, not necessarily an exact rhyme, because an exact rhyme would be place, mace, trace. Those are all exact rhymes, but you could do something like maze, and it's close.
Oh.
It's close, so you could do a near rhyme. You could do a near rhyme as well. I didn't say that and I didn't clarify, so now that you know that you lost and you're in your seat, but you'll know when you play the game in your class. So, all right, who's next? Last one. You gave me eye contact. Let's go. You looked at me. Friend looked at me. I always tell my students, if you're breathing, I'm going to call you. So just be ready. And you have to really know your students. So this might not be the very first thing that you do with them, but maybe it's something like more group oriented. But I feel like we have been like sitting down and listening the whole time. So it's good to get up and do all this stuff. Okay? All right, last one, just so you can see how it goes. We have been sitting in these things for like most of the day. So let's go with chair. Chair, go.
Hair.
Stare.
Lair.
Care.
Mare.
Dare.
Fair.
Pear? No, that's French. That's French. That's an English word. Okay.
Spare.
No, we said dare.
Hey, great job. Okay, so that is rhyme off. Rhyme off is very fun. And I'm gonna put this down because I don't need it. But rhyme off is very fun, thank you. Rhyme off is very fun and it kind of gets the class opened up. And especially if it's at the end of the school day, it's good for them to do this, but sometimes they're not always into it. So you gotta gauge your students in your class. Okay? So that's that game called rhyme off, rhyme off. What's it called? Rhyme off. There you go. All right, cool. So today's lesson is visual lyrics. So I want you to think about these two vocabulary words before we get started. Okay? So when I snap, you're going to say the word after I snap. Editorial? That wasn't everybody. Editorial? That wasn't everybody. Editorial? Process. Contact? Sheet. Okay. So these two words we're going to learn today. Anybody already know what this is? Okay, so somebody can tell me what it is already? Yes? Is it Sam? Is it Sam?
Ben.
Oh, that is not what I saw. I apologize. Ben. Okay, go.
You want me to tell you what they both
Either one.
Contact sheet is what you if you're doing film, you get a contact sheet from the negatives, so you can see them reversed.
Right?
In actual, like, it's negative reversed. So contact sheets strip the film on a piece of photograph.
And we've seen them before back in the day when we used to actually, well, a lot of you probably still work with film, but back in the day you saw those negative and they're like brown and they have like the holes on the side, and then you can have a whole sheet or you can just have one that goes horizontal or horizontal and vertical. So we'll see that in a second. Thank you for that explanation. You did a more eloquent version than I would. Can somebody tell me about editorial photographic process? Anybody know what that is? Okay, go ahead, yes.
Visual story through photo. So you have to go from one end to the other, and they all have to connect and explain some sort of story, whether it be passionate or whatever it is.
Right, you're telling the story and you're laying it out for some type of publication or some type of narrative or something that you're going to be showing or displaying, right? So those are the two things you don't want to forget because that's what we're going to be learning about today. So the editorial photographic process, traditionally a magazine would hire a photographer for an assignment to take a portrait of a, see, I'm working attention, of a celebrity. The magazine would discuss the vision and creative direction with the photographer and the celebrity. Photographers only had 25 to 36 shots per roll of film. So they needed to be thoughtful about each shot. After each shot, each shoot, each is a shot, each shot. What's everybody? Each shot. Okay, darn it. With boldness, please. I need to know everybody's with me about each shot. At the end of the shoot, they would process their contact sheets that we just talked about, thank you, Ben, and mark their favorite selections of images. The magazine would pick the final image to be published. So you take a lot of photos, Then you figure out which one tells the story that you want to tell inside of this publication, inside of this magazine, inside of this movie, all of that stuff. So we're going to be looking at this through a hip hop lens today. That's why we did Rhyme Off. That's why we did all those things. And shout out to the Honey Dark, hey, in the building. Okay, hello, all day. Because I'm a hip hop educator, I know about, I go to all these little events that happen in New York City, and the Honey Dark was performing at Word Sound Power back in April. So that was really awesome and amazing. And I'm happy to be in the presence of great minds. Okay, cool. Yes, and then the contact sheet is a proof of all the frames shot on one roll of film. Thank you. Somebody was ready over here, so they're like, bam! Wait, see, they're like, you're not getting me today. Okay, getting access to the original and unedited contact sheets shows the big picture being created, looking directly through the photographer's lens. Photographers typically don't show their contact sheet. It's a no-no. You don't really see them because you're looking for the final shot. It's like a private thing, but they're a visual diary. Okay, it's like a writer showing you their journal. Okay, film negatives on a roll of analog film allow these photographers, and now us, to see the full range of images in order to develop the money shot. And when they say the money shot, what is the money shot? What is that? What's the money shot? Just based on the words alone, using context, what is the money shot? The shot that makes money. See that scene? I love it. Literal. That's it. Now let's take it further. The money shot. The shot that makes the money, and or let's add on to that idea. It's a what? It stands out. Yes. What else?
It's the best one.
It's the best one. It's the top notch. It's the one that says, this is the one we're going to show. This is the one I'm most proud of. This is where I'm going to get the money from this one. So we're going to look at a few money shots through a hip hop lens, through hip hop subjects. Okay? So we're going to be having 2 words that we're going to be looking through. What are those 2 words we just learned? Contact sheet and editorial, photographic process, and the contact sheet. So you're going to be seeing this come up a lot. So I want those words to be at the forefront of your mind, because this is what we're going to be learning about. Okay? If you already know what it is, just act like you're in the class and you go, oh yeah, I'm learning. Okay, great? Because this is a way to remix your work. This is a way to add more things inside of your repertoire, your toolbox, all those things. Okay, great, wonderful. So there's a thing that I use. It's called notice, relate, examine. Notice, relate, examine. I got it from Rick Serafini. He is a great reading instructor, and I follow a lot of his work out of Las Vegas, out of UNLV. But I made my own version of it. It's called notice, relate, and examine. Notice is, what do you notice? What are your first thoughts? What are you noticing? Relate. Can you relate this? Can you connect this to something else that you've seen or experienced before? Examine. What questions do you have? Okay? So you're going to notice first, you're going to relate, and you're going to examine. So when I'm going to show you these next 3 pieces that use a contact sheet and or the editorial photographic process, you're going to notice, relate, and examine. Okay? All right, let's look at it together. All right, so this is the famous contact sheet. Raise your hand if you've seen this before. Okay, can somebody tell me who this is with the choir raised hand, with the raised hand, with the raised hand? Yes, who is it?
Biggie Smalls.
Biggie Smalls. Somebody got a lyric from Biggie Smalls? Let me see, let me hear.
Biggie Smalls is ill.
Biggie Smalls. You, of course, you know a friend. Anybody else?
It wasn't there since the public school there.
Okay, there you go. Anybody else? Yeah, you know, your hands in the air. You up? Okay, see, I snapped. I thought that was going to do it. Okay, so notice. So let's take a look. Let's do a notice, relate, and examine of this contact sheet. Okay? What do you notice? What are your first thoughts? Can you relate to this, or can you relate this to somebody else, or can you connect? And then what questions do you have? It could be about the subject, or it could be about the person that created this contact sheet. Okay? So what do you notice? What do you notice?
The crown.
Yes, okay. The crown. Noticing the crown. What else do you just notice? You don't have to interpret anything, just what do you notice?
Red background.
Red background. What else?
Deterioration.
Just
Deteriorating. The crown is deteriorating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't really see that, but thank you, yes, that's kind of, yeah. And look, okay, yeah. What else do we notice? Go ahead.
His eyes almost never change, but his mouth does sometimes.
Yes, his eye almost never change, even though there's a slight difference, right? There's a slight difference, like, it seems like this one's more furrowed than that one. And it also looks like his head's more forward in this one, and this more backward in that one, right? But the crown also, I'm noticing too that the crown is changing as well a little bit. Or the visibility of the crown is changing. What else do you notice?
Like the intent of the expression doesn't change, so like they're trying to get like one specific expression, like they're not like, be joyful.
No, you're interpreting right now. Just what are your noticing or your first thoughts? What the first thing that comes to your mind without interpreting what you're seeing? So I'm noticing a crown. I'm noticing circles and lines on the crown. I'm noticing brown and gold on the face. What else?
I'm noticing the spotlight on the face fall like a building. So there's the spotlight, it looks like there's a spotlight.
Yes, it looks like there's a spotlight or like light shining on the face. What else are we noticing?
There's 3 major colors, red, yellow, and black.
3 major colors, yes.
So one of the faces is a number.
Okay, one of them has a number. And then I'm also noticing that he's wearing a necklace, but you can't see, you can just see around the neck part. Okay, so we just made our first noticings. That means you're not doing any kind of interpreting. As educators, sometimes we go, well, it looks like he's trying to say that he's a king. That's not the first thoughts. First thoughts are adjectives, shapes, sizes, descriptors, okay? And oftentimes, sometimes when we look at photographs, we interpret them straight off the bat and we don't know the history, right? We interpret them and say, oh, he must be somewhere. Or you'll look at a black person, or look at a person of color, or look at somebody who looks different from you, and you might make interpretations of it, and you don't know the context of the photo. So when you do noticings, what are your first thoughts? You're noticing exactly what you see. You're making literal observations. And so you have to catch yourself when your observations turn into interpretations. Okay? Relate. Can you relate this to something you've seen before? Can you connect this to anything that you've experienced before?
Painting in a museum?
Painting in a museum? Okay. Or anything in particular? Or
Yeah, royalty, yeah.
a royalty?
Kind of a king or.
Okay, yep. Anything else that you've seen? Yes.
I mean, this image is super iconic, so it's hard not to.
Yes, of course.
An image that I've seen 7,000 times.
Yes, yes. Because it is
And then
iconic.
like last year, it was like anniversary, so then.
That's right.
There's a picture everywhere. Like,
That's
it's
right.
so-
So it reminds you of what?
It's
And also, it reminds me of the 90s. It reminds me of, when I see this, I think of a song almost immediately. So you could also say, I'm connected to a song by Biggie, right? You said, I love it when they call me Big Papa, and there's other lines that we said. But yeah, like those things come to mind because I was like in high school and middle school when these photos came out. So I can relate to that time. I can connect to that time because I was alive when these pictures were taken. Okay, anything else that we?
Brooklyn?
Brooklyn, who said that? Okay, Brooklyn, yep, because you know he's from Brooklyn, right? But he's also from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, so specifically that area of Brooklyn, yes.
I was just gonna say the poses itself seem very familiar to like the way a Brooklyn guy would take pictures, and especially the facial expressions. Like it's just very familiar. Like like especially the fourth picture right there. Like it's probably 1,000 pictures to do with this. The only thing is missing is just this part where that specific.
Yeah. He reminds me of a lot of guys or people that I've met in Brooklyn with the same energy, right? Same energy. Same energy, like, don't play with me. I'm not playing with you today. Don't play with me. Like, we're not doing this right now. At all. But since we're here, go ahead, right? So there's also, that's familiar to me. It also reminds me of my brothers. My brothers are not from Brooklyn, right? Like, I grew up in Kentucky, but this also reminds me of my brothers who are black men. And they have all these faces as well, right? Okay, any questions you might have for Biggie, for the photographer, for the image itself? Any questions? Yes.
What do you want people to see in you?
What do you want people to see in you? Okay, what else? Yes.
Why did you choose to have it just be closed up and not full body or body? Like, what was that decision?
Okay. Mhm.
Why didn't they show Biggie's chain?
Why didn't we?
Show Biggie's chain.
Oh, okay.
It's period. Because I know it's such a big staple in like the rap community, it's like to show off the chains.
Mhm,
Yeah, I'm just curious about that.
Mhm.
Which one on the contact sheet would be the money shot?
Ah. What would be your money shot? You have one?
Top left, I think.
Yeah, top left. Which also looks like these two down here. Like all of them look similar.
I think that's like the mural one.
Yeah.
But I could be forgetting, now I'm confused.
Right, right. Also, what's up with the disappearing, right? Why is the crown disappearing? Is it further back or? I mean, that could be something, right?
Is this film or?
Film.
This is film.
So it's probably when they went into the development, it could have faded out in the process.
Sure, that could be it. HGs are just open-ended ideas. That's probably the literal answer. But, you know, you probably can answer that if you actually had the film in your hand. And if you're photographers and you know exactly what it is, then that's what it is.
I would be curious if there were like other crowns and like the props that were around. Like why that crown? Is there?
Yes.
Did Baby choose that one? Did the photographer choose it? Did they argue?
Right.
Like what did the crown look like?
Right. Okay, let's move on. So we got this one, iconic. And the next one, let's look at this other iconic. I took this from a photographer, Ray Lego, and this was from Kanye West back in like 05, I wanna say. 05, I think, because look how young he looks. Right, so notice, relate, and examine. Again, these are all hip hop related ideas. So what do you notice? What are your first thoughts, the things that come to your mind when you're looking at these two photos? Say what?
The use of hunting.
The use of the hunting background. Mhm. This cheetah, prominent. Prominent. The
tusks.
The tusks. Mhm.
Varsity jacket.
Varsity jacket.
And the red.
And the red. The red couch, the red jacket. Any other ideas of red? I might be a little hint of red over here somewhere.
The portrait behind on the wall.
The
portrait.
portrait, and that's not.
It's hot.
Oh, I'm thinking those look like Thriller legs to me. Listen, on the relate, I'm gonna say this looks like Thriller on the bottom of Thriller, but it's this one. Okay, it's the same photo, right? Is that the same photo? No, it's not. It's Thriller. Those are Thriller legs. Those are Michael Jackson legs. Ain't it? Cause that ain't the same picture. Is it? Is that the same photo? It's the same photo. That reminds me of Thriller. Where he's standing there like that. Okay, I did an interpretation. I apologize. Or I did a relate. What else do we notice? Anything else before we move on to relating, connecting, reminding? The baby photos. Yeah. The photos close to his face as well. The wood. Somebody said.
I see the portrait in relationship to the tusk and the cheetah.
Okay, you went to examine. I like it. Let's go to relate. Now, what does this remind you of? This remind you of anything? Those look like Thriller legs to me. Okay, I said my I said my connection. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It kind of reminds me of in 2005 when like Abercrombie and Fitch was super popular. Like it looks like that kind of store.
Yes.
The taxidermy and
Yes. What was that store? Was it called Varsity? What was that store on University Place back in the day? Like 11th or 12th in University? And they had clothes all like this and everything was like $500, like just to look at it. I forgot the name of it, but it was like a logo, kind of a varsity, like prep feeling store. And they had kind of like tartan and other kinds of prints that remind you of like prep school. I feel like he got that little, that vibe. He has that little vibe from back then. But he was doing that. He was wearing the polo and backpacks and all, you know, that was his little vibe back in the day. Before, you know, all the other things that we know him to be in 2023. Yes?
Aside from like the animals, it reminds me of like grandma's house, like old school, like 70s, 80s, like this vibe and wood and this. Yeah.
I have questions. Do y'all have questions? I got some questions. Right? I just wonder, why is this like a safari thing? Just wonder that. Just, that's something that it just, why? Yes?
I also wonder again about the process and how much Kanye was involved in the visioning of this.
Right. He also,
It's very strong and like strong visually and also metaphor. And
Yes.
So I just don't know how much he was involved at that point.
Right. So if you go back and watch the actual Contact High video he talks about, and he also, there's like a little article too that you can read where it talks about like how Kanye was not feeling it that day, and he just came in and was like doing his own thing. So he had to kind of work around Kanye's energy. And so that's what he was saying at the time.
That,
Any other-
no, that would be my question, like why, like what did you want to share with him, like laying on the couch that way? To me, that's like, I'm so exhausted, like I'm just dead. You know what I mean? That body language.
Yeah.
Like,
and-
I'm trying to be like, why was that it? Why was that the decision?
It also reminds me of his energy now, though, like, I can do what I want, and like, I'm cool, so I'm gonna do the opposite of what you want me to do, kind of energy.
It's just like a relationship, like it makes me think of my friends' houses when I was like 15. Like being in their living room, I mean, not that they had the stuff, but like the wood paneling and just kind of like on the couch, like, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Nostalgic. You had something up here, and then
Yeah.
one,
My
two.
my question would be, does it has something called red?
Yeah.
If it means like a rebirth or something?
Yeah.
Going against what is considered
Uh-huh.
one thing?
Uh-huh.
Because it stands out so much, and everything else is like that. Even if, baby photo has like a significant sense of.
Mhm.
That if that's his past, or he's coming to this.
Red and brown.
circle.
Red and brown energy. Right? And also too, like, there are shades of blood too. Like, this kind of blood looks fresh, like it just is out here in the world, right? Like, as soon as you cut yourself, because you know sometimes when you cut yourself and it gets older, it's brown, or like, you know, crusty. This ain't brown, this is like bright and energy, like vibrant, right? So it almost reminds me like freshness, newness. Is it, am I doing too much? Okay. Questions? Any other questions about this?
I wonder what are the papers he has in his hand, how do they, what
I
are
think
those?
These are, I think these are all photos, right? From a photo album, because they have the, but again, these are what rings, we don't know, but it looks like it's the photo album where you put it in the binder, and you take it out and have the plastic on top, you know, the old school ones, and they have a stripe underneath, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, yeah.
I was gonna say, I wonder if he was trying to go to like this slaughtered animal field with Kanye of like, is he part of like this display with the other animals, taxidermists on top? And so is he on display? Is he like the trophy per se, or whatever?
Yeah, and I wonder if this could be an essay, or this could be a poem or a prompt on how you could write about the juxtaposition between something dead and alive at the same time, too. Okay? Interesting. All of this is interesting. All of these are conversations you can have just by looking at photos, right? Okay. Now, we're gonna look at a video. We're gonna look at the images on the 15-second timestamp, the minute and 18 timestamp, and the 37-second timestamp. And we are going to talk about what we're gonna do it again. Notice, relate, and examine. Okay? It should come up. It should be up here. If not, I could, I have it up on mine, but. See, that's why I bring my computer, see? That's how I know. That's how you know I've been a teacher for a long time, because I'll be bringing everything. So this is from Another thing from Contact High, visualizing the Black Panthers. And this is from Stephen, I can't see his name. Stephen Shames. Let me hold on. Oh, YouTube is blocked. YouTube is blocked, you can't watch it. You can't watch it. Okay, so we're gonna stop there. You can't watch it because YouTube is blocked. That's what it says here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why, because the YouTube is here. But let me see, hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Stephen Shames, yep. Power to the people, visualizing the Black Panthers with photographer Stephen Shames. So, so this is the picture at 15 seconds. This is the picture at 15 seconds. This is the picture at 15 seconds. Timestamp, 15 seconds. Okay. What do you notice? Yes. Repetition. Yes.
Standing in a line.
Standing in a line.
Formation.
Formation. Looks like it's all men here.
Asian. Just men.
Looks like it's all.
Yeah.
Wearing berets.
Wearing berets? It's in black and white.
They seem to have like a pendant on their jackets, matching pendant, or badges or something like that.
Okay, looks like there's a badge on there. The jackets look leather based on the shininess.
I got the shades on.
Shades. Afros. Pins, berets, yep. Okay. Militant is an interpretation. Okay, that's, you're interpreting militancy.
Their focus.
Their focus, yep.
Serious.
Yep. Yeah, there's no smiles happening.
They're all facing the same direction.
They're all facing the same direction. Okay. Anything that this reminds you of? What does it remind you of?
Protest.
Now, this reminds you of military, protests, what else?
Black Panther,
Well, Black, what you say?
the Black Panther,
Well, Black Panthers, I mean, this is literally the Black Panthers. It is the Black Panthers. Mm-hmm.
I can't see. Oh,
Sorry. It's literally the Black Panthers. It literally says, visualizing the Black Panthers.
oh, thank you. Oh, that's much clearer.
Yeah, sorry, y'all. It just, YouTube wasn't working on that one.
All right. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Black Panthers. Oh. And you know what? Let me do that. I'm noticing also too, this is a noticing that there are different shades of brown, right? You also have that as well.
I'm drawn to the one short person.
Okay. Anything, what does this remind you of? You said, some people said military,
My parents.
parents. I can hear like a playlist in my head. It reminds me of like James Brown, fight the power, yeah. I mean, not fight power, Public Enemy, fight the power, yeah. I can hear that when I see this photo.
I'm from Ecuador, and Ecuador we have the Chateau Guards of the presidential palace. So they are outside to remind you of that marching or something.
Right. Yep. Yes. Yeah.
Resistance.
What?
Resistance.
Resistance. Yep. Yeah. It also reminds me of Nation of Islam as well. Same idea, same kind of uniform, togetherness, discipline, focus. We're not playing around, no jokes. Questions you might have for the photographer.
Where is it? Where does it take place?
Yep, where is it? I'm pretty sure it's in Oakland, but.
Was it staged or was it, they already like information for?
Yeah. And this is a video, so you can go and watch all of that if you wanted to continue this. It's 2 minutes. 2 minutes long. So he talks about what he was doing at the time, how they were positioned, he had a chance, all those, he talked about that in here. So this is 15 seconds, and then we'll do like
For maybe a year and a half. Hi, my name is Stephen Shanks. I'm a photographer. When I was in high school, I was admiring Martin Luther King and Smith and the freedom rides and the courage of the people who went south to try and desegregate. When I went to Berkeley, I got involved in the anti-war movement. And I realized early on, my goal was to be the artist for the revolution.
Okay, so, sorry, that's 38 seconds. But the one right before it was the one at the 37 mark. So there's that, and I'm not gonna continue because I want to make sure we get through this. But that's the 37 mark, and then we have minute 18, so let's go to that one.
These are the rank and file pastors. These were not the leaders. Whether than the church, for example, or very whether, with family in the community. That pastors were running off whether than the church, for example.
So this is the minute 18. And he added some kind of visual markers on it as well. So if you get a chance to check this out, both videos of Kanye and of this, and I believe there's an article with Biggie, you can read about. This is under the visual lyrics lesson. So everything that I am doing is for the visual lyrics lesson from the Photoville archive. So you can check this out if you feel like you like this. I'm gravitating towards this because we are in Hip Hop 50, we also are in New York City, and a lot of these are related to that, but also these are the kind of things that I talk about with my students. Okay? So those three photos, minute 18 to 37, are all from Stephen Shames, and he has a whole kind of talk about that, and it's from Contact Highs series on YouTube. And Ray Lego also was on YouTube with his 2 minutes and 46 seconds video. And then the first one is from an article. And I'll tell you the article in a second, but it's from an article that I got from that. Okay, all right, let's move on. Now we're gonna play, so first of all, let's check in on how you're feeling today. How's it going so far? What is one thing that you feel like has stood out to you so far in this whole day? It doesn't have to be right now, but in this whole day. Something that stood out to you, something that you really like, something that you're gonna take back with you right now, before we move on to our next piece.
I think the interaction with people who are here.
Interactions with people that are here,
Yeah.
making contacts, making connects,
Yeah.
talking about school vendorship. Hello. Okay, connections. I'm a school vendor, so let me know if I need to come to y'all school. All right, yes.
Something that stood out to me was just like the way you taught the lesson. I see now, because I know sometimes academically when you teach, follow certain things and be specific about how you the vocabulary and how you were able to hit everything, but in a fun, engaging way. It was nice.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good. Anybody want to share how they're feeling right now? Anything good that you ate? Just checking in before we move on, because sometimes we just talk about things that are not academic related. You had a little bit? A little, because it's a lot of bread. I had about 17 pieces of pita. With the red pepper joint, the sweet red pepper hummus. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. With the parsley and the salad with the cucumber, and it was just so fresh. Made me happy. That's what stood out to me. I'm a foodie. And I don't like how the high school girl tried to call me out. I was like, well, I'm not a foodie. First of all, when you're creating art, everybody's eating something for the most part. And everybody's listening to something when you're creating art. I'm always, that's why I ask. Anyway, I'm not judging. It's fine. It's fine. Anything else? Anything you want to check in with? Feelings, vibes, food?
Focus.
Yes.
Very nuanced work and feel isolated doing it. You feel like a bunch of people are really focused on it.
Yeah. Right. And in the time that we're in right now in this world, we take care of us. Just make sure you find your community and humanize the people that are around you. Okay? Just make sure you just keep that in the forefront of your mind. Okay, we're going to do speed dating, AKA concentric circles. So I just need, can I do 4 chairs? Let's do 4 chairs. So we're gonna take I'm gonna ask you a series of questions, and you're gonna go through it like a speed dating. Okay? So we're gonna have 4 chairs. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just need 4 different people from that were not up yet. 4 different people, and let's have them face each other. So that this chair goes here, and this chair goes, that's it. Like a speed date. Just give them enough time. All right, so this is called concentric circles, AKA speed dating. You do not have to call it speed dating because, you know, whatever. Don't call it that. But, because it's you all, I'm saying speed dating. And we're gonna have 4 people here. I'm gonna ask you questions. When the first question is done and both of you answer, you'll go to the next chair. Okay? So on this side, you'll be the listener, and on this side, you'll be the talker, and then you'll switch. And when I say switch after like 30 seconds, then this side will be the talk, and this side will listen. Okay? Who would like to go? Yes, come on up. I need 4 people. I'm not gonna call on you unless I don't see people moving. Come on in. Come on and take a seat. Come on, Ben. I'm not saying Ben was moving. Come on, Ben. Come on, Ben. I'm about to say, come on, friend. Okay, let's go. All right. So, based on what we learned so far, I'm going to ask you some questions, and then you'll just talk to each other about it. And then if you want to share out what you were thinking, then that's fine, and we'll share for the rest of the class. In a classroom, it will be all of their desks together, and then you switch. Maybe you have like 4 or 5 questions, and y'all talk amongst each other. Okay? So question time. Besides print magazines, where else do you see images of celebrities and events nowadays? And how does seeing photos from different platforms change the historical perspective of this subject? So the first question, besides print magazines, and y'all can talk amongst yourselves, so you can watch them, or you can also talk amongst yourselves and say, this is where I see it too, okay? But you can see how it goes here, okay? Besides print magazines, where else do you see images of celebrities and events nowadays? This side talks first, this side listen. When I say switch, then y'all switch. Go. Okay, so where do you see? Maybe not. Maybe not. I know in some places like Barnes and Noble, they're open back up here. They're open back up here. I'm trying to think. See, I feel like Stop and Shop has magazines. Stop and Shop. Yeah, they do. But not all of them. Stop and Shop, I know for sure. Right? And switch. Now the person who was talking listens. Now the person who was listening is talking. Go. TV. Okay, join me in 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, great. Now, we'll get another set of 4. Thank you. So y'all talked about that first question. Let's do another set of 4. What you could do is, in real life, have one side just switch chairs. Okay, so this person can be here. We're doing it again. We're doing it again. In real life, if you wanted to, like have like a row of like 5, they just go to the next chair, and then this side stays the same. You could also do it like that. We need 2 more people. 2 more, and then we'll move on to our last portion of this. Okay. Remember, visual lyrics, okay? We're looking at hip hop subjects, thinking about hip hop, and also using words to describe our feelings about things, okay? So next question, how does seeing photos from different platforms change the historical perspective of this subject? So on this side, you're doing the talking, this side, you're listening, and then when I say switch, you switch. Go, and y'all be talking about yourselves as well. How does seeing photos from different platforms change? That's too tough. Yeah. Or you know what else? What's the little gossip? No, not teams. Black people. Shades. Everything is on shades. Yes, yes. Shade room is on social media, Instagram. It's a gossip. That's where you get a lot of information. Shade room. I hate it, and I hate it. But it always comes up. I'm not on it. It always comes up on my feed. I don't even follow it. It doesn't. Or if you're talking about something, it'll walk on your side. You got like, switch.
Right.
All right, and we're going to stop in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So what I noticed right here is that y'all had a lot to say to each other, and it felt really comfortable when you're talking to each other one-on-one. And sometimes when you're in a group, it feels like a little bit more like you're like being singled out. But it seems here, y'all were just having really good, comfortable conversations one-on-one. So these are good ideas to have conversations with kids in classrooms, because then they start to, I was hearing them talk about deep stuff, they were like, hey, another thing else. And you just kept going and building because it felt comfortable. Yes?
So if you were doing this in a setting that you were running, the class would be waiting there silent?
No, they wouldn't. The class would be partnered. We would have the whole entire class.
Everybody would be here.
Everybody was in here. Yeah, I just had this because we're not gonna put 30 chairs on the stage. No. But I just showed it.
You could like all stand in like a line.
You can all stand in the line and then switch. You know what? You smarter than me.
I've seen other.
I would have done that. Yeah, that's smart. You didn't need chairs. You could have. You know what? Next time. All right. So we're gonna y'all can go back to your seats. Anything that you liked about that idea? Any clarifications? Any questions? So we're moving along to our final products. Okay? You should have it in your folder, your final product. And I'm a poetry teacher, so and I like lyrics and or poems. But you're going to select one image of the case study, whether it's Biggie, whether it's Kanye or the Black Panthers. You're going to jot down a list of adjectives that describe the subject in the photograph. Then you're going to create a Diamante poem. You could do either or. You don't have to do both. The Diamante poem looks like this. It looks like a diamond. You use the frame. So whatever your topic is, you can say Kanye, and then an adjective, a verb, or forward phrase, verb, adjective, and then you rename the noun at the top. So it's like a book ending, and it looks like a diamond. Diamonds are. This connection, you see that? It's like, I did that. So anyway, Whatever your topic is, it's going to start and end the poem. If you want to do a Diamante poem. If you just want to write down adjectives and make a list poem means you just write down what you're feeling and you put it in a list. 10 things I love about this photo and make a list. You could do that too. So you could do a noticing list poem, or you could use the form in your folder for the Diamante poem and do this. You do not have to turn it in, but you can share if you would like, and then you can take all of this with you. So, so what are the 2 words we learned? What are the 2 words we learned just as a review?
Contact sheet.
You speak 32? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. What is it?
Photographic process.
Editorial, photographic process, and contact sheet. So even if you want to put that in your poem, if you want to bring that back up, fine. But again, these are inspiration from looking at what we saw from the photographs, from the visuals. So let's just remind ourselves what the visuals were. I'll give you 7 minutes to do this, only because we want to be done at 3:45. Oops, let me go back. So, you got this Biggie photo you can write about or do a Diamante poem about. You got this Kanye West photo you can do a Diamante poem or a list poem about. And you have the Black Panther photo that you can do a list poem or a Diamante poem about. Who thinks they're going to do a list poem? Just writing a list of things. Who's going to use a Diamante poem form? Okay, great. Let's just do 5 minutes. And whatever you get done in 5 minutes, let's share out. Okay, let's do 5 minutes because I want to make sure we have time to share. Okay? I want to put on some music. Should I put on instrumental or should we put on?
The track.
Okay, track.
Trap upstairs here.
I like to ask my students what they like to listen to so that then they can be a little bit more productive in life. Oops. Hold on, y'all. I have every tab available open in my life. Corinne, can you stop me at 3:40? No, 3:39.
Okay.
That's true? Yeah. That's better than mine.
8. What? Those times talking about the process. So very.
No excess.
So very.
Finest in the building. You can't see me. That's why they call me Black Bear.
8. Go Berry. Go Berry. Go Berry. Right. Go Berry.
Right about yourself.
What? 8. What?
Oh. Oh, what? 8. Remember what you Diamante? Top home and bottom home are the same. Bottom.
The top and the bottom are repeat.
Yeah. The top and the bottom. Sorry, we have competing tracks. Sometimes these poems are a little bit easier because they can just list their feelings. And about this? All right, y'all. Let's wrap up their music. I'm ending it a little early, because I want to make sure we have time for one more recital. Okay, great. All right. Now, I'll hear from 3 people from your list poem and or Diamante poem. Anybody would like to share their Diamante or list poem that they wrote? Yes. Can you stand up and face the audience? Yep. Tell us your name. Tell us your name.
My Aisha.
Myasha, and it is. Myasha, and you can say the title of the poem if you have a poem. If you're not,
It's a list.
okay.
It's a list. Call it a poem.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Dignified, black, identity, strength, keeping on, faith, hope, activated, awareness, all together now, create.
Woo! Love it. Next. Let's go. Come on. Come on down there. Is that Jack? Yes, come on Jack.
Front and center.
Down there. Let's go.
Like this format.
Don't break it. Don't break it.
Diamante, okay?
Tell us your name.
My name is Jack.
Okay.
Reed. Okay. B-I-G. Focused, rough, represent, rhyme, rap. His bars are tough. Shook, clapped, notorious.
Yeah! Last one. Last one. Yes. Hey, you all love it.
My name is Yvonne. I did the Diamante sheet. I started with contact sheet. Red, gold, resistance, action, lines. Into the relating pieces. Brown, shelf color, contact sheet.
All right. Awesome. This is a whole legitimate lesson. Like you learned something. Be proud of your all. And you should be proud of yourselves. You're doing great work. See? High five. Come on. Now, anybody else want to share? Like you really have something on your mind to share? Just anything that you're feeling right now. Anything.
This is an excellent.
Thank you.
Great, wonderful.
This is it, people. We wrapping up. So.
Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna take anybody born in the month of December, I need you to form in a circle right now. If you're born in December, come on up. Circle up. If you were also born in November, you can join us. If you're born in November, you can join us. Circle up. Where that trap music at? Put it back on, DJ. Put it back on, DJ. All right, this is what we're gonna do. I know the Honey Dark also does this too. We call it a cipher. Cipher means a circle. Cipher means what?
A circle.
A cipher means what?
A circle.
Okay, so to wrap up our learning time together, our collaboration together, our thinking together, we're gonna share one word to the beat. One word to the beat. Instrumental. Instrumental. Yeah, nothing but words, because we not rapping over nobody. Okay? So we're gonna go around the circle and you're gonna say one word to the beat that you're feeling or that you learned. Okay? So scoot over, because I'm not doing it. I'm at the end. We're gonna wait till the beat to drop.
Y'all can move now.
We're gonna beat to drop.
I know it's been a long day.
And you're gonna pass the mic. Okay, that's a beat. Y'all feel it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Empower. Just hand it to you. Wait. Empower.
Informative.
Energized.
Nourished.
Invigorated.
Thinking.
Humanity. Grateful.
A.
Nice.
Blessed.
Open.
Fun.
Excited. Hype.
Entertain. 2, 3, 4. One time, thank you for the time, y'all have blown my mind. Freestyling off the dump, you already know. Avon Arts Center is my second, third home. Oh! We out!
Is the mic on? Okay. Microphone check, 1, 2, 1, 2. What is this? As a hip hop baby, I am so privileged to have our day end with this amazing educator, theater maker. Give it up for Lacresha Berry. Love you so much. You know, and I also encourage you to bring this amazing woman into your schools. Oh, okay. Yes, so that was the last, go back. So please take a picture of her information. These are the type of people that we want to really collaborate with as we are collaborating with and learning with our students. It's important to bring artists who also are educators into spaces. As I said at the top of the day, we all bring all of ourselves to whatever spaces we are in, whether you are in a nonprofit, out of school time program, whether you're in the classroom, whatever type program it is. You as educators or practitioners are whole beings, right? And so I hope leaving today that you remember that. This is a reminder of first, your humanity, and that also should be translated to our students. Words today, compassion, empathy, healing, connection, learning. Those are just a few of the things that I can think of as it's been a long day, a great day, that I would love to share with you. And I think the last thing would be intention. So that as we leave this space, my intention for you was to connect, have some joy, move your body, right? And also learn. And so tying everything up, I want to give a big round of applause to the Photoville staff, who I love. Some of you have seen them today in the space. Please give them lots of energy, Julie, Johnny, Dave, Laura, Sam, Carly, Kaylee, Debbie. You know me, I'm Corinne. I'm not gonna thank myself, but I wanted to thank the people that Thank you. But yeah, I just wanted to take a moment to, because oftentimes, you know, we don't get to say those deep, heartfelt thank yous to the folks that make these things happen. Secondly, I want to thank Abrams Art Center. Please give them a round of applause. They have provided this beautiful space to us. They have pitched in, the setup, everything. Really big round of applause to them. I also want to thank our education partner, Photo Wings, that make these type of programs possible. Round of applause for them. Thank you. And please get home safely. I also want to lastly say that I would love to encourage you all, if you are a photography or visual arts teacher, to submit to the Photo Educator grant that will be opening up in February 2024. So please be on the lookout for that on our website. This event has been recorded, so this will be available on the Photo website. I will also be sending the slides and all of the activities to you guys in a wrap-up email. Additionally, authors that I mentioned, Sean Ginwright, I will be sending you the books that I mentioned, Black Youth Rising, as well as 4 Pivots that were mentioned earlier in Danny's presentation, Healing-Centered Engagement. And without further ado, it's a wrap, y'all! Give yourselves a round of applause! Woo-hoo-hoo! Yes, 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 yes. Thank you.